Gemini, hi, how are you, loves? Welcome. I'm Lena. This is Cicalia Botanicals. This is your December 2019 Tarot Horoscope reading. So I am utilizing my favorite deck, Shadowscapes, to do a Celtic cross spread for the month. This is a general reading for you, focused predominantly, however, on the areas of wellness and growth in the areas of psychic development, career, entrepreneurship, and creative endeavors. So, if another topic should arise like love or finances, I'll point that out. Also, I wanted to pull a card for you from the Living with a Feather Heart Oracle deck. This is a brand new deck that I have and I am loving. This is just to grab one card to get an idea of the theme that extends over the whole month broadly for you, and we can relate the reading to that theme. I'm also using today the Deviant Tarot deck, another one of my favorite decks. And I'm using this today for clarification on any cards that I feel need further clarification on. So to start off, I have for you, I communicate with compassion. So this is your overarching theme for December 2019, Gemini. I do have some astrological dates I'd like to talk to you about that affect everybody. There's a handful of important ones for December 2019. First, though, we're going to get this reading done of where you stand right now. Gemini, December 2019. What is crossing you in the month of December? What is in your near past that concerns this month? And what's in your near future concerning December 2019? What's in your thoughts? What's dominating Gemini's thoughts? You're an air sign. You have lots of thoughts, ideas, some of them very conflicting at times. What are you feeling, your subconscious? What advice do you have, Spirit, for Gemini for December 2019? What is in Gemini's external environment out of their control, their hopes and their fears? And finally, outcome. All right, so taking a look at this right away, I have the Devil. That's where you are now, starting the month. This is an energy. Don't freak out for anybody new to tarot that does not understand what that means. The devil does not have you. What's crossing you? The Nine of Wands. Still surveying, huh? Time to press forward, I think. Behind you, Strength. So you've taken some courageous actions. Ahead of you, Temperance, needing some balance, some clarity, some time to think and reflect. You're thinking a lot about the sun. So you have some dreams, some goals, some really awesome ideas. However, emotionally, you're torturing yourself. Ten of Swords. Advice. Three of Wands. Trusting your path as you go. Out of your influence. Five of Wands. Some silly battles. Your external environment. Some silly nonsense battles. Hopes and fears, Three of Pentacles. So working with a partner to build a foundation and a future. And, that beginning, that foundation. right there, Ace of Pentacles. All right, so clarification. I'm looking at, I want a little bit more information on this Five of Wands energy in your external environment, just so maybe you, Gemini, can be more prepared or aware. Temperance again. Ooh, all right. So I'd see that as staying out of these battles. There might be battles going on around you, people trying to pull you into them. Stay out. Keep it balanced. Say only what needs to be said to keep your reputation, maybe, or to continue to say this is what I need or this is my path. But don't allow it to engulf you. So your balance, your battles may also have to do with your own self, your own inability to chill, your own inability to reflect, to meditate. I think that would be a good thing for Gemini this month. Let's take a moment every day or almost every day to meditate. Further clarification, the devil. Like, what are you obsessing on? What are you addicted to? What is putting you here? Now, the devil, I read a lot of times in a positive light, okay? But just because of you've got this Ten of Swords in your emotions, that's why I'm thinking that this devil card is actually not necessarily so positive for you, your energy, where you stand this month. You've got some strong cards here, for real. So, clarification on the devil for Gemini. Three of Cups, celebration, drinking. Let's take it easy. And the overeating and the overdrinking this month, okay? I know it's a time to celebrate. We just had Thanksgiving. It's a time to overindulge. Let's really be healthy, okay? What's crossing you? The Nine of Wands. Some clarification on that, please, for Gemini. Little clarification on that. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so I think a lot of you are thinking about health or relationships. And holidays tend to do that. We tend to, New Year's is coming up with this New Year's resolution. I also see this as don't get too drunk on New Year's Eve, guys, or Christmas, or at work parties. Oh my gosh. Temperance. There it is. You might have some self-imposed. Like, you might have dry January. I see that definitely happening to you guys. Maybe you get into some small battles with people when you have been drinking. You say some things that start some shit and really didn't need to do that. And had you drank less, you probably wouldn't have. Potential for some drug usage too, but I don't see that as like super heavy. No, I see this more as like an overindulgence. And you're surveying the landscape and like you're stuck. Like, you are not pressing forward. You are not taking on the burdens that you need to take on in order to push forward. You're afraid, like, this is too much of a burden, either to do this alone, or to pick a career, or to pick a path, or to pick a partner. There's some stagnation due to you are scanning the horizons. That, or you're too guarded. You're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to be honest with your own self, possibly about your own shortcomings, or I mean, you have the Ace of Wands clarifying that, like, so you're wanting to start something new, something that you're passionate about, or even have a baby, and you can't decide. There's something like you can't. You're making yourself nuts and meditate, relax. Like, now is not the time. I don't see now as the time to make the movement. Near the end of the month, there will be some new foundation for you unfolding, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful and it's exciting and it's fresh. But it has the makings of a solid foundation, and you're not going to really see that starting till the end of the month, possibly even January. And this energy can encompass, actually, honestly, over the next 6 months, so even through May. Your advice from Spirit is the Three of Wands. Like, you need to stop standing still. You need to step forward, even if you don't know where you're going. You need to trust in your spirit guides, in your own self, and in your own intuition that this is the right direction for you, and that as you step, like if you see this card, she is walking over a canyon and she's going forward, and there is like nothing ahead of her, but with each step that she takes, she lands and eventually will make it to where she's going. The pieces will come together as she needs them to come together. She is trusting that there will always be ground under her feet, that Spirit has her back, and that this is her route, even though it seems crazy. Yeah, so you've got what it takes. You might be looking for a business partner. You might be looking for a relationship partner. So like this Ace of Wands, like you might be looking like, what business do I start? What health plan do I follow? And you're researching about all these different health plans, and you're researching about all these different business opportunities. Or like maybe you have a couple different potential partners. And, oh, what partner do I choose to build a future with? Romantic or business. And you can't decide, but you really want this, and you know you really want this. You need to get in touch with your intuition, and that is what's going to guide you. Not your emotions, and not even your thoughts. I mean, your thoughts, you have some really awesome ideas, and that is, in some ways, your guiding light. But you need to connect to your source intuition and speak to your spirit guides and your angels and ask your angels for help. They are there to help us, but they can't interfere with our free will. So ask them for help. Ask them, and they can be there for you. That's something I learned not even that long ago, maybe a couple of years ago, and man, that's a life changer. That's a game changer. I highly recommend speaking to your spirit guides and your angels and asking for help, because that's their job. That's what they're there for. So I communicate with compassion. Okay. So this is interesting when we see your Five of Wands coming up. Now this is not Five of Swords, which can sometimes say to me, maybe there's some more words, but like you might be doing some actions or even saying some words that are causing some things in your life, or things being said to you that with patience you'll do well. All right, so I communicate with compassion. Communication and compassion both share layers of meaning and manifestation. Each has the ability to affect through expression and iteration. Looking at their fusion, we may be reminded of the ancient Egyptian goddess Hathor, who was the personification of love, beauty, music, dance, maternal energies, and joy, and is further embodied as the goddess Aphrodite for the Greeks, Venus to the Romans. It was believed that Hathor's heart shone through life, death, transformation, and transfiguration. In waking life, she took on different attributes of needers as needed, animals such as the cow or the cat and the cosmos. She was often depicted as the embodiment of the Milky Way and the life of the underworld. She acted an usher through the afterlife, greeting the dead with refreshments and comfort. Every iteration of the Hathor life force found resonance with tenderness and a type of sympathetic communication that expressed the necessary magic of the moment, as she could feel, sense, think, and embody within a twinkling of time. Compassion as something to actively communicate is a fluid ideal that transforms with each expression and sentiment, depending on what metaphorical cards are dealt in coping with the situation at hand. A reminder of the virtues of compassion finds resonance in the suits of the minor arcana of the tarot, energetic correspondences of the elements of Hathor's heart. So, honestly, I see this as communicating with compassion predominantly with yourself this month. Gemini, be kind to yourself and allow yourself to be the healthiest version of yourself that you can be right now, and come from that place when communicating and interacting with others, when making decisions about how you're going to press forward. And communication is a two-way street, so it's not like, yes, I communicate with compassion, so it's also who's communicating with you compassionately, who is giving you the love and the support that you need this month. That might help guide you and ease some of your concerns and anxieties this month. That will help bring you to the Ace of Pentacle energy at the end of this month, where you begin to lay down this important foundational work that will play a major role in the next year of your life, but definitely even potentially quite longer. This is some energy that can last a very long time, a lifetime even. And December 2nd, we have Jupiter moving into Capricorn. It's going to be there for the next year and 2 weeks. You're really going to start to find yourself paring things down. The overthinking and anxiety that you do will, or can sometimes do, you'll find that you get more clarity starting this month and even the entire next year because of this energy. On the 12th, we have the full moon in your sign. So this could be a really interesting month for you. You might feel distracted. Most signs will. You less so. I think this full moon would be a good time for you to definitely do some meditation work and really connect with yourself, as this is your energy, Gemini. This is your time to really step into what is this work that I'm supposed to be doing. And then moving forward, December 20th, we have Venus moving into Aquarius, so you might become a little bit more adventurous. This is a time that I see you most likely getting rid of this Nine of Wands energy, surveying the landscape, seeing what's going on before you make your next move. You might find, okay, like I know what work I need to be doing, and now is the time to take action. I need to be a little bit more adventurous. And then on the 21st, the next day, we have the solstice. You're going to be more inclined to connect deeper with those you already have connections with. This is a really fun, beautiful energy. Just remember, don't drink too much. And then December 26th, the new moon is in Capricorn. This is some serious manifestation energy, especially for professional projects, and focusing and getting shit done and making commitments. So this is why I think like it is until the very end that you come to a conclusion about some of these issues that you've been having, and making that commitment. This energy is right there behind you. So it all kind of accumulates into this beautiful snowball energy right at the end of the month, where we bring this into this new year, this new decade, on solid ground. I think it's going to be a really exciting year for you, Gemini. I think that you're going to embark on some things that you always wanted to, and then step into some things like having some dreams come true, but also stepping into things that you didn't even ever imagine yourself doing, but that feels so right. It's so you, and that's going to progress, I think, over the next year to come, especially the next decade. But this is the month where we're setting ourselves up for that energy. Yeah, so I wish you so much health and wellness and abundant wealth and good energy and happiness. And I think that this is going to be a really good month for most of us. And I think doing the work that might not always be easy, when you get past that, it's going to be solid. It's going to be beautiful. So much blessings to you. Blessed be, Gemini. Thanks for joining me.